In today's video, we are going to be working with tulle, this stuff right here. I'm going to be showing you 3 different ways to add a little tulle to your hair bows just to give it a little funkier look or a little classier look. Whichever one you're going for, we're going to do it. We're going to work with tulle inside the bows. We're going to work with it on top of the bows, and we're also going to work with it at the very top. We're going to do my tulle puff that I do, and then I'm going to show you the technique that I do when I'm working with tulle in the middle of the bow, and then also that poof, poof, poof. You know what I'm talking about, right up here at the top. So go ahead and grab some tulle. I'm working with the tulle that comes on the little rolls, 6 inches in width, but grab whatever tulle you have because we're going to work with it, guys. Okay, we're going to be adding tulle in the middle of this bow that I'm currently working on, and as you can see, I've already got my parts. I've got my topper, my base, and my spikes, but I want to add tulle right in the middle of it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to set it up how I want it to look. And then I'm going to grab a piece of cardboard. This just happened to be laying around, and it was the right size, so this is what I'm going for. But if you need to make a template, what you do is you figure out how wide your bow is, and this, if you can see the cardboard behind it, is actually going to represent my tulle. It's going to be sticking out the edges here. I like my tulle just barely sticking out where you can see it. So you want something that is about the size, a little bit bigger than your bow, just so we can get a good measurement going. This is actually going to serve as a template for when we roll our tulle, so we get a good clean cut. But if you need to make one, get some cardstock or a piece of a cardboard box, and it just needs to be like like half an inch to an inch wider on both sides than your bow. So this is what I'm going for, and this happens to be 6 inches, and it's just the back of, I don't even know what was on it, but that's what I need. So I'm going to come over here and measure it. It's 6 inches, so I need 18 inches of tulle because I'm going to wrap my tulle 3 times around this. I like it full. So whatever size this is, however wide it is, just measure it by 3. So 6 times 3 is 18. There's your math lesson for the day. But if you don't want that much tulle, you can do 12 inches. I mean, it's totally up to you. If you want to do more, just, you know, triple it up or double it up or whatever. So take your tulle and just measure out 18 inches because my bow, 6 inches, 6 times 3. Okay, we got that down. So I'm going to need 18 inches of my tulle. So go ahead and cut an 18-inch piece. And I went ahead and cut 18 inches of my tulle. This is yellow, by the way. And now I'm just going to fold it in half. Just fold it in half. And I'm going to take my template, that little cardboard piece, and I'm going to wrap it around here 3 times. And you don't need the template, but it's just easier because I don't have 3 hands and all. But if you want to wrap it around your hand, that's fine too. Now we're just going to pull it off the bottom here. And once I pulled it off my template, you can see there's a nice clean rectangle. And now all you're going to do is crease the middle and then secure this with your thread or your embroidery thread, whatever you're working with. And I just happen to not have yellow, so I'm going to work with this red. But nobody's going to see it, so it's going to be okay. We're going to tie it off. and then it will look like a little bow. I'm going to do the exact same step, but I'm going to use a different color of tulle because I'm going to have 2 different colors. But if you're only using one, you can double up, triple up, like I said, your inches of tulle, but I'm going for a different look. So I'm going to do this with a piece of green tulle. Okay, now my 2 tulle pieces are complete. I'm going to grab my scissors, and I'm just going to come here, right in here in the corners of your loops. You're going to open this up. Just find the opening here. And you're just going to slide your scissors right in there. Make sure at the top, and then clip. And you're going to do both sides. Okay, now what you want to do is you want to take your loops and just kind of spread them out. Well, they're not loops anymore, but you know what I mean. You just want to frazzle them up. Just tug on them and make them wild. And since I've got 2 pieces, I'm just going to connect them in the middle and secure them again. Or, I mean, you don't have to connect them if you have 2 pieces. You can also put them right here on top of each other with a little glue. Whatever you want, just as long as your tulle is puffy and funky, right? Alright, so however you want to, if you want to put the 2 middles together and cinch them together, or if you want to layer them on top of each other, just do that part now. Okay guys, now once your little puff of tulle is as full as you are going to get it, we are ready to put this bad boy on its clip. And like I said, I've already got my bow parts made. I am putting this behind my spikes. Like I said, I just want it barely sticking out. You can put them on top if you want, but I like my spikes being pretty much one of the centers of attention, so I'm just going to add my tulle behind them. So I'm going to take my base bow, which I am using a pinwheel today. I'm going to add a little glue, hot glue right there in the center. And I'm just going to press my little tulle puff right on top. How do you like me now? Alright, we've got tulle. And that is how I put tulle in the center of a hair bow. Now you want to just assemble your parts, and you're good to go.